Every now and then on the River Valley Sports Report, we like to feature a little culture, and this week we highlight Timmy Trumpet as performed by the Van Buren High School Band.
You're watching the River Valley Report.
I'm Leland Barclay, and this is the River Valley Sports Report, where we feature area teams, athletes, and coaches. For the second week in a row, a River Valley football team sparked homecoming festivities with a second-half rally. Van Buren trailed Russellville 21-7 at the half, but scored on its first and last possessions of the second half and one in between for a 28-27 win in a key 6A West game Friday night at Blakemore Field. Van Buren needed a lot of clutch plays in the second half, including a tackle for loss by Aaron Ray and another sack by John Michael Fisher that led to an interception by Drew Braswell on the next play, and a fumble recovery by Caden Webb that ended Russellville's first 3 drives of the second half. Van Buren's Cam Keller scored on Van Buren's first drive of the second half and tied the game on a 1-yard touchdown toss from Bryce Perkins to Philip Steele. Russellville took the lead back on Luke Jones' 34-yard touchdown pass to Peyton Harrison with 2:03 left. But Peyton Pashear blocked the extra point, which proved big, and that left Van Buren plenty of time to rally. Perkins hit Cooley for an 18-yard gain and Keller for an 11-yard gain before the game-tying touchdown pass to Weston Wilcox and Manning Dodson's game-winning extra point with 58 seconds left. The Pointers still needed an interception by Hayden Green to preserve the win. Perkins threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns, and we talked to the senior quarterback about the win on homecoming, as well as his game-winning touchdown toss to Wilcox.
You know, they did it to us last year at their place. We knew we had to go get a win to get back to 2-2 in conference. You know, it takes 3 to get in the playoffs. We're looking for number 2 right there. And just a great job by all of us. You know, defense making stops, offense making plays. You know, just battling. Got the job done.
What was the touchdown play? Kind of take me through it. Was it designed that way, or did you kind of have to ad-lib some?
Yeah, so we had a shallow by our outside guy, trying to kind of rub it for Trenton in the slot to throw a deep ball. You know, they took it away, so we hit the short. You know, he did the rest from there. So.
We also talked to Hayden Green about the win and his game-saving interception.
We're playing deep coverage just in case anything came back far, and I thought I undershot it and I was going to be too soon, but I ended up being there and making the play, and you know, the adrenaline and everything, I didn't want to let go of that ball, so that helped me through it, of course, and just the team in general, you know, everybody being there for me and helping me out after I just made a bad play really gave me the confidence boost to, you know, go back out there and prove them, you know, that I can do it and stuff.
We talked to linebackers Uriah Henson and Colton Sims about the defense's second half performance.
So I feel like our second half really just locked in after our nice pep talk during the halftime. We started locking down a whole lot more on the second half with our secondary, and just like the first half, they weren't able to really penetrate with the run scheme. So we really locked down the second half, and I'm proud of our team for doing it.
Defensively, we all have certain jobs we have to do. If everybody doesn't execute them, then the game's really not going to work out well. We had a couple really good plays that the interception, and you know, all the way from the beginning. So just great performances by everybody to really wrap it up.
To hold them to a touchdown the second half, how good a defensive effort was that?
Well, I really wish it would have been 0, but that was really good. That's the best we've performed all year, and I hope better is yet to come.
And finally, we talked to Van Buren head coach Mo Henry.
you know, we had some things that didn't go our way in the first half, but, you know, the challenge for them was to continue to keep fighting and come out and play a different second half. And they did. They came out and we had some really gut plays that we had a lot of players making, and that's the difference. And that last touchdown we did, Coach Van Hook called a great play in the huddle. He actually looked at Weston, and, you know, Weston was someone that's been kind of struggling a little bit, just to be able to show that we got trust with him right there. And, you know, Bryce just played with such guts today, you know, to get the win knocked out of him and wanted to stay in the game. And he was on the move right there and found Weston across the middle. And, you know, defensively, Hayden Green, he made a real big fourth down stop on a quarterback the series before, and then just that interception was incredible. Just proud of him.
The Alma Airedales also won their third straight 5A West game and fifth straight overall with a 27-13 win at Pea Ridge on Friday to set up a big four-game stretch that begins with homecoming on Friday against conference nemesis Harrison, and our main man Harold McIlvain will have full coverage of that game. The Mountainburg Dragons are also off to a good start to the season. They returned the Treasure Chest Trophy to the school after beating rival Cedarville last month, and on Friday rolled to a 35-13 win over Magazine. Sophomore quarterback Ryan Allen ran for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also threw a touchdown pass. The win evened their 2A1 conference record at 1-1. We talked to seniors Garrett Jones, who plays both offensive and defensive line and had 8 tackles with a tackle for loss, along with Bobby Dean, who also plays on both lines, and Shay Pixley, another two-way standout, about the Treasure Chest Trophy and the win on Friday night. How important is that to get that trophy back to Mountainburg as seniors?
We were getting talked a lot about on their team, so I'm talking really bad about us, and since we heard about it, we really wanted to take the trophy away from them and get that win, just to show them up.
How neat was that to walk off the field victorious?
Feels pretty good. We definitely had some people talking down on us, even here in town. Just had to go out there, play our best, and not give up.
There was a lot to it. It was a bunch of just going out there and doing what we all love, playing disciplined. But that conference zone was big for us. It sends us back to playoffs this year. So we're looking at potentially a better season, or we already have a better season than we did last year just because of this win. It was huge for us. Us seniors, we have to be close since there's so little of us, and I don't know, there's just a newfound leadership on the team. We all know what we did last year and what was wrong, so we're trying to change it up this year, and it's been working out for us.
Greenwood had its open week in the 6A West schedule last Friday and now travels to Lake Hamilton on Friday. We talked with Greenwood head coach Chris Young about taking last week off, so to speak.
You know, number one, I think we rested our bodies. We got away from the game for a little bit, let the kids go out with their friends and spend some time with their families. Get the coaches out of the office for a weekend was good for those guys. But we didn't take the week off, that's for sure. We came back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and had 3 good days of practice. And it's really big when you play a team like Lake Hamilton that runs a unique offense and something you don't practice throughout the year. So it gave us a head start for today, getting ready for those guys. Yeah, completely different offense. You know, most offenses, you practice some sort of them throughout the season, but the wing tee we don't. And obviously that's something that is unique to the Lake Hamilton week. And fortunately, Coach Gill's got a good understanding of that offense. We've done a good job in the past, and we know that we've got to prepare well for those guys.
We also caught up with Greenwood receiver L.J. Robbins, which if you've seen him play isn't an easy thing to do. And he had this to say about the offense this season and the 4-game stretch to end the regular season.
We're two-dimensional, or like we have more dimensions than just one. I mean, we got Braden Davis with the run game and run sets up pass, and we have Grant, Isaiah, Noah, me, pass sets up run. It's just kind of 2 ways. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, you can't guard all of us out there, so it's just fun to just, go out there and do my thing.
You've kind of had to adjust a little bit, as a receiver, to having, 3 different quarterbacks start this year. Has that been kind of an adjustment for you, or not?
Not really. It really just like Kane goes down, Cooper goes in, does his thing. We get a win over Mountain Home. Cooper goes down in practice. Scott comes in, win the game against Siloam. I've caught all 3 of the first touchdown passes, which is nice. It's just really, not really much of an adjustment. It's just kind of going out there and doing our thing.
The number 1 team in the state, Conway, will visit Northside on Friday, and Walter Woody will have that game covered. Also, the Poto Lady Pirates earned their way into the Oklahoma Class 4A State Fast Pitch Softball Tournament, which begins on Thursday. That brings us to our weekly segment, Gimme 5. These are the top 5 performances of the past week in the River Valley. Number 1, junior quarterback Cody Wilbanks needed just 10 carries to rush for 209 yards and 4 touchdowns to lead Ozark to a 44-7 win over Lincoln on Friday. Gavin Gilbreth and Blaine Childers each had a sack. Drake Haddock had a safety on a sack, and Parker Stain intercepted a pass to keep Lincoln's high-powered passing attack in check. Eli Gilstrap also contributed to the win by returning a punt for a touchdown. Number 2, Boonville's Dax Goff went over the 4,000-yard mark in rushing in a 42-14 win over Greenland on Friday. Goff ran for touchdowns of 13, 36, 13, and 10 yards, all in the first half, and now has 4,083 rushing yards, which is 3rd in school history behind Allen Ray and Randon Ray. Number 3, Jimmy Barron returned a fumble for a touchdown, caught a touchdown pass for Cutler Winters, and had 8 tackles on defense in Lavaca's 49-12 win over West Fork. Andrew Johnson caught 2 touchdown passes, and Michael Barwick ran for a touchdown. Number 4, Brady Koch had 17 carries for 181 yards and 4 touchdowns, had 8 tackles, a sack, and 2 fumbles on defense in Subiaco Academy's 70-6 win over Rosebud. Number 5, Alyssa Parker struck out 8 in Pecola's 4-1 win over Octahaw to lead Pecola to the Oklahoma Class 2A State Fast Pitch Softball Championship game for the 2nd year in a row last Thursday. Kylie Combs was 3 for 5 and drove in a run in the victory. The Lady Indians lost, though, on Saturday in the championship game 2-0 to Dale, and finished another stellar campaign 31-5. There is still time to check out the Sunday River Valley Democrat-Gazette, which had features on Eufa's Pink Night volleyball match and Hackett's senior 2-way standout Andrew Bass, a fall sports notebook by Kevin Taylor, and wrap-ups from Van Buren and Charleston. The paper is available all across western Arkansas and eastern Oklahoma at Walgreens, Harps, Come and Go, CVS Pharmacy, Casey's, and Walmart. You can subscribe online at rivervalleydemocratgazette.com/subscribe or by calling our customer service line at 479-684-5509. Be sure to follow the River Valley Democrat-Gazette Twitter account as well as mine, Walter Woody's, and Harold McIlvain's for updates from area football games every Friday night. You can view and purchase photos from our award-winning photographers that can be seen and purchased on our website, rivervalleydemocratgazette.com/photo. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to wrap up this week's River Valley Sports Report with photos by Caleb Grieger from Charleston. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.